Oh, hello. I spent way too much money on 4Ks and Blu-rays this month. Let's talk about them. Excuse me one moment. What's up, everyone? Red Eye Reviews here with another episode of Physical Therapy for you, this time for the month of August 2025. We are just plowing away through this year and plowing away through our money. And if you are new to the channel or the series, Physical Therapy is a monthly series in which I go over all of the 4Ks, Blu-rays, and even DVDs that I may buy in a given month, and I talk about them. Are they worth a damn? Are they worth an upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K, DVD to Blu-ray? Things like that. Physical media stuff. I believe it's therapeutic to talk about our addictions, and that's why I am sharing everything I bought within the month of August with you now. And you might be saying to yourself, I just saw you not too long ago. That's because I've been very behind on making these videos, and I'm trying to get my shit together. And so, bear with me here. After recovering from the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale in July, they decided to do it again in August, and now running through September 14th, 2025, we have the Arrow sale at Barnes & Noble's. So, yeah, I picked up a few. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? And the first thing I picked up in the month of August is Death Wish on Blu-ray. Now you might be saying, this is the remake, it's Bruce Willis, it's Eli Roth, what the hell are you doing? Well, I have the original, that's fine. We all know and love the original, and I know a lot of people poo-poo on this one, but you know, while digging through Bruce Willis's back catalog not too long ago, I stumbled upon this again, and it's something I thought I should check out, so I did, on streaming.
Let's get it!
It wasn't bad. I mean, it's not the Charles Bronson movie, that's for fucking sure. And to expect that out of a remake, you're not gonna get it. Like, how many remakes have we had? Don't expect the original. You're never gonna get it. As a Bruce Willis vehicle, I like this. It's not too bad of an action film. I just kind of forget that it's called Death Wish. You know what I mean? Whoop-de-doo. It's an action movie with Bruce Willis. It's not bad. I picked it up at half-price books for $1. So yeah, I think it was worth it. First pickup of the month, not too bad. I know there is a 4K put out by Shout Factory, but 4K of a movie that I only kind of like for 25, 30 bucks, that's getting really, really old. So I'm really okay with picking up a Blu-ray of a movie that I only kind of like, especially if it's only $1. I mean, you can't beat that.
He saved my life.
So then I went completely the opposite way. I picked up a 90s comedy on a boutique label, Billy Madison on 4K from Kino Lorber.
Stop looking at me, Swan!
Now, Billy Madison is special to me because it got me back into collecting movies on VHS back in the day, back in the mid-90s when I was about 15 or so. And that really kind of snowballed into the physical media person we are now. Person of physical media?
Well, alright.
So Billy Madison is Adam Sandler's breakout role, and yeah, it's stupid, it's funny, it's very 90s, you had to be there. Adam Sandler is this full zany over the top in this movie. It's stupid, it's very childish, I know that, but you know, I'm guessing a lot of you have this in your collection one way or another, so I'm here to talk about that, and I can definitely say I have checked this out, and Kino Lorber knocked it out of the park with this release. Dolby Vision, DTS sound. It looks amazing. It comes with the Blu-ray. It's a big upgrade over that crusty Blu-ray. And you know, that old Blu-ray is really not that bad. I shouldn't call it crusty. It's serviceable. It's fine.
Oh, I see what's going on in here. So sorry to interrupt.
Here you go. Billy Madison, highly recommended. Highly recommended on Kino Lorber 4K. And I'll be checking out Happy Gilmore on 4K as well, maybe next month. Next up, we have a very regrettable purchase. And I'll tell you why in a second here, and that is Black Sunday on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. Now, this is an older Kino release, but it checks out, it's fine. This went out of print for a long time. This and the other, I think it's the uncut version, went out of print for a very long time, and I almost bought it right before that happened for about 13 bucks. Missed it. Decided to get this on eBay. I think I paid about 25 through a seller on eBay. A couple days later, Shout Factory announced the 4K. Yeah. So, this is not one of my favorite films. I really enjoy it. Barbara Steele in this movie is phenomenal. She just, like, commands the screen. She just, like, oh my god, you have to see it. She's amazing in this movie. I'm really kind of mad I missed the boat on that 4K, especially because I paid just about what they're going to ask for that 4K. So, whatever, it's fine. Maybe one day I'll upgrade it, but for now, it'll do. Black Sunday is a 1960 film directed by Mario Bava, starring Barbara Steele in a mesmerizing performance. She is really, really great in this movie. Really great old school black and white horror film. And the kicker on all of this is I didn't even get to watch any of this yet, so I can't tell you how it looks or sounds. But it's Kino, I bet it's fine. Alright, we're getting into the Arrow stuff. Here we go. Demolition Man on 4K from Arrow, from the Barnes & Noble sale, 25 bucks.
You don't say!
I don't like big box editions, so I wait for the standard editions from Arrow. It's basically the same thing, and you get them in a regular, normal case. Yeah, I said a normal case. I may have new shelf space here, but I still don't have the space for a huge-ass box.
I got a big box, yes I do. I got a big box, how about you?
I got a big box, yes I do. I got a big box, how about you?
I think you don't know what you're saying.
Right out the gate, I'm just going to tell you, Demolition Man is a huge upgrade over that old Blu-ray. It's not leaps and bounds, but you're definitely going to notice. A lot of people online say that you aren't going to notice much of an upgrade, and maybe their sets aren't calibrated right. I don't know, but I did a back-to-back comparison of this and the Blu-ray, and I definitely noticed an upgrade in clarity, in detail, and the black levels were just solid. They weren't too much crushed. They were fine. Like, this was an upgrade. Definitely. If you've got that old Blu-ray is fine. Like, a lot of old Warner Blu-rays, I feel, kind of have they feel a little washed out sometimes, especially, I don't know, maybe it's because I just compared it to this, which, again, looks amazing. But going back to that Blu-ray, after seeing this, you definitely notice the lack of quality in that Blu-ray. But if the Blu-ray is all you have and all you know, then that's fine. Keep it. Hang on to that if that's what you want. But if you really love this film like I do, you're definitely going to want to pick it up on 4K. Demolition Man is a classic from the mid-90s. I remember this coming out. I remember the Taco Bell promotions back in the day. I remember being a kid and like being aware of like, hey, they're like heavily promoting this violent ass rated R movie at Taco Bell. Whatever, man, it was the 90s. Take me back.
Take me back, please.
Great, fantastic movie. Stallone and Snipes are just, they kill it in this movie. This is two of their best performances, hands down. It's a really solid movie. It's getting a lot of love lately in the last maybe 15, 20 years. That's good, because I think that's how we got this 4K. And Arrow did a fantastic job with this. Knocked it out of the park. No, I'm not going to make any 3 seashells jokes. God, say that 5 times fast. All I can say is, holy shit, Arrow. Knocked it out of the park with this one. Thank you.
Fuck you!
Next up, we have a sleazy double feature. Still on the Arrow sale here. Eaten Alive on Blu-ray from Arrow. This is something I had back on DB a long, long time ago and got rid of it. Never picked it up again, so I'm really glad to have picked this up because I've been thinking about this film a lot. It's sleazy as fuck. It's arguably one of Tobe Hooper's most strange and sleazier films. It's about a motel in the bayou, and there is an alligator that eats the guests. It's an alligator movie, so... It's also filled with lots of just sleaze. I mean, like, just watching this movie, you feel sweaty. Like, you need to take a shower immediately. And, hey, that was the 70s, man. I mean, Tobe Hooper with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, same thing. Eaten Alive also has a very sleazy performance by the great Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger himself. And he plays Buck. And he likes to... Buck.
Name's Buck. I'm raring to fuck.
Let's just get it over with.
Anyway, this is a sleazy little movie from the 70s. I don't expect it to look amazing, but there's no 4K of this that I know of, at least not yet. Please don't announce one tomorrow, Arrow. This was only $20 during the sale at Barnes & Noble. Glad to pick it up for that price. If there is a 4K announced tomorrow, just like with Black Sunday, I'm just gonna have to forget about it for a little while, put some time between it and me, and maybe I'll pick it up some other day if that's what happens. But for now, this'll do. This is fine. Oh, there it is. The second sleazy title in that double feature is The Hills Have Eyes on 4K from Arrow. This is one of Wes Craven's most bonkers films in terms of just like the shit that goes on in it.
Bonkers fruit candy.
Bonkers. Bonks you out.
Some candy.
This is basically about a family who is driving across country on vacation, and they get targeted by a group of mutants who live out in the desert, and a plot unfolds from there. It's really sleazy. It's got the great Michael Berryman right there on the cover, as you can see. This 4K from Arrow, I really have to praise, because for the longest time I had the Blu-ray of this, so it's an upgrade for me, but I did a back-to-back comparison of these two, and this wins hands down, flying colors. You notice it from the opening titles. There's a logo that pops up in the beginning, and on the Blu-ray you can see just how like there's artifacts, there's some like discolorment. The second you turn this 4K on and you see that logo, it's just a logo, but I already knew this was going to be great. And as I continued watching the rest of the film, I was still pleased with the image. Major upgrade over that Blu-ray. 25 bucks for the Arrow sale, and well worth every penny, because like I said, major upgrade over that Blu-ray. If it's one of your favorite films and you've been waiting on upgrade, definitely upgrade.
Baby's fat. You fat. Fat and juicy.
Next up, I have one of my favorite films on 4K, and you're going to think I'm a little weird for this. Weird Science on 4K. And the reason you're going to think I'm weird is because I haven't opened it yet, as you can see. I haven't opened it because I've heard a lot of back and forth about this one on the internet. Like, between the Blu-ray and the 4K, there is so much discourse about it. There are so many back and forth comparisons you can do. I've got to tell you, I'm a little scared to open it. Because I need to do some more research myself. I love the Blu-ray from Arrow. It looks amazing and great in and of itself. One of people's many complaints about this 4K was that there was a lot of grain, especially in the beginning. And honestly, there was a lot of grain in that beginning sequence on the Blu-ray as well. And when I first saw that, I was a little taken back by that, but then I relaxed because film grain is good. We want film grain. We just want it refined. We want it upgraded. We want it to look nice.
You were looking good, son.
That's the truth, baby.
I'm keeping this sealed for now in case I have to return it. I don't want to return it because I love this movie with all my heart and soul. It's just like the perfect Saturday night movie. It's basically two guys in the 80s and they make a girl with their computer. It's John Hughes, the late great John Hughes. And if you love John Hughes, if you love the 80s, if you love Weird Science, I don't know if I should recommend picking this up. Maybe I should just open this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I bought it. We'll see.
Well, goddamn.
Next up, I have another pickup from that Arrow sale at Barnes & Noble. Trick or Treat on 4K. So this is the limited edition. It's not a big box. It's your standard case. I'm okay with that. It's got a very low profile. It's fine. I did an A-B comparison between this and the old Warner Blu-ray, and just like with Demolition Man, another film restored by Arrow from Warner that just looks leaps and bounds over that old Blu-ray. Again, you look at that old Blu-ray after watching this, and you notice how like washed out it is. I mean, again, if you only know the Blu-ray, that's fine. You probably think it looks great. I did. But after seeing this, it'll really blow your mind, man. Trick or Treat is a great little horror anthology movie that has gotten a lot of attention over the last 10-15 years. I was looking forward to this a long time ago when it was announced and then like wasn't released for like a couple of years. So I've been waiting for this forever, but I know there's lots of new fans of this, and that's great because it's kind of become this like seminal horror classic. Seminal. And you know, Sam here is kind of just become like a household name. It's really weird, but you know, they put him on everything. He's on so much merch. If you go to Spirit Halloween this fall, you'll definitely see Sam and the Trick or Treat influence on all the merch they have there. So again, highly recommend this 4K from Arrow. Looks and sounds amazing. Dolby Vision. Standard, baby. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't even say it anymore. I should almost like say it when a film doesn't have Dolby Vision. Yeah, Trick or Treat. Highly recommended.
Go watch Charlie Brown, and I'll be in a minute.
Charlie Brown's an asshole.
Billy, welcome.
So while Barnes & Noble were doing their Arrow sale, Kino decided to do a little sale as well, so I picked up Out of Sight on 4K.
What? No.
Now, I know this has been a controversial title too. It's been cheap before, and I believe that's because it didn't get a lot of sales. But again, I did an A/B comparison of this and the old Universal Blu-ray, and while at first it may look a little weird and a little different to adjust to it, I think it looks correct. So I really didn't mind how different this looked from the Universal Blu-ray, and it didn't look leaps and bounds different. It looked better. There was an uptick in clarity and depth in the film for sure. But the color palette is just a little bit different than that Blu-ray. And it makes me kind of wonder, like going back to like the old Universal DVD and even the VHS, like I kind of think that's not how this film was supposed to look all of these years, and that this is a proper restoration. You can find me in the comments about this one, but I think this is a healthy upgrade. I thought old Universal Blu-ray was showing its age. It was a little crusty, and I think this is a healthy upgrade. Out of Sight is a great film from Steven Soderbergh from 1998. I remember when this film came out. Unfortunately, I didn't see it in the theater, so I didn't get a chance to see or even remember how it looked theatrically. If you can get this for about 15 or 20 bucks like I did, I say give it a spin, check it out for yourself. I know I should take that advice when it comes to weird science, but I love that film so much, it's really hard to open that package. But I think it's actually the way Steven Soderbergh intended you to see it, so highly recommended. Next up, I got a couple of pickups that were really exciting to get from Rasputin Music and DVDs. And so 3 of them. Here's the first one, Rounders on Blu-ray from Miramax. So this is something I remember seeing back in about 1998, somewhere around there. I don't remember when it came out, but I remember I saw it in 1998 on VHS back in the day, something I rented from Blockbuster. And it's basically a card movie. It's about Matt Damon and Edward Norton. And Edward Norton's a loose cannon gambler and gets himself in all sorts of trouble. And Matt Damon is there to help him out, and he's trying to get him out of trouble with the mob or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen this. I've not got a chance to check it out, so I don't know how it looks. However, this is the only edition of this movie. It's only on Blu-ray, and I don't think a movie like this needs to be on 4K, and if it is released in 4K, I don't think I need it on 4K. So this Blu-ray for $7 or $8, just fine. I know it's a little bit hard to find, but at the same time, I know it's not impossible because it's not the most, popular film. It's not flying off shelves, but it's also, not really as common as it used to be. So if you have any inkling of love for this film, get it on Blu-ray because it's probably the last time they're going to release it. But now that Paramount owns Miramax, I mean, you might see a 4K of this, but I don't need it. This is fine. My next pickup from Rasputin Music Movies is Extract on Blu-ray. So this is also something that's not too hard to find either, but again, not impossible. This is another comedy from Mike Judge, post Office Space, and the back even compares it to, it says, if you like Office Space, you'll really love Extract. This is nowhere near as good as Office Space. In fact, it's far from as good as Office Space, but it's also very interesting and funny in and of itself.
I'm sorry.
This doesn't mean that we can't still see each other though, right?
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
Why?
Because of everything that I just said. Do you need me to say it again?
Can I see you tomorrow?
No.
Can I see you Thursday?
No.
I see you Friday?
Okay, you know what? You have to go.
This is something I had on Blu-ray a long time ago. I got rid of it, and now that physical media is disappearing and harder to get, I decided to pick it up because I remember liking it just enough. It's not his best film, but still funny and interesting. Jason Bateman plays a guy who's having like a midlife crisis, and he works, it's a workplace comedy, and it's an assembly line this time, and Mila Kunis is kind of a, you know, like a temptress, and yeah, fucking A right, she's a temptress. It's been a long time since I've seen this, but it is a workplace comedy on the assembly line. It is funny. It's not as funny as Office Space. It's just okay. So if you're looking for a workplace comedy, middle of the road, check out Extract. Worth picking up on Blu-ray if you can get it for a couple of bucks. Under 10, I'd say, but it's a pretty serviceable comedy. Not too bad.
Really? Watch this, slut. Nope.
All right, we are at the halfway mark, everybody.
What? What the?
So I definitely want to say thank you for watching this long. Please don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think of all these pickups. What do you think of Weird Science? I really want to know more about that. You're definitely going to want to stick around to the end of this video because, of course, I have a couple of harder to find out-of-print titles near the end. I swear I don't plan it that way, but again, here we are again. And this is like the umpteenth time this has happened, so not planned, but yes, good titles coming up. Stick around. Let's go to the next one.
Stick around.
The third thing I got at Brass Beat Music and Movies was really kind of crazy that I found it. The Punisher on 4K. Sealed. Now this was 10 bucks.
What?
Go look this up on eBay. It's not 10 bucks. Punisher is a great little Marvel movie from the early 2000s when Marvel was still kind of figuring out how to do comic book movies. And truth be told, they've since forgotten how to make comic book movies. So this is a neat little gem from the early 2000s, something I remember seeing in theaters and liking quite a bit. You know, they play with the origins of the Punisher a little bit here, and Thomas Jane is a great Punisher. In fact, I think all of the people who have played the Punisher have been great. There has not been a miscast amongst them all yet. John Travolta plays a good villain in this because he was doing a lot of villains at the time. He chews up the scenery. John Travolta is great in this. Everyone is great in this movie. In fact, you know, it's a neat little action thriller. And they don't do a whole lot of key jangling, you know, throwing in Spider-Man, a bunch of stuff like that, because they could have, you know, but again, Marvel hadn't really figured out their formula yet. And I think that was a good thing because we didn't get that kind of stuff in this. So neat little action thriller here. It's got a really great sequence in the middle with the Russian who he fights. I mean, everyone knows that sequence. It is pretty damn amazing. But the 4K of this, I haven't had a chance to check it out because it's still sealed. And I think I'll open it when I get a chance to watching it. But for now, I'm going to keep it sealed. Just because it's really crazy that it's, you know, it's pretty rare, and I can't believe I got it for 10 bucks.
I can't believe it's not bothering.
So I can't comment on how the picture or audio on this looks, but it also comes with the Blu-ray, so if I hate it, hey, I got the Blu-ray. Nothing lost. So of course, I went back to Barnes & Noble, well, .com, and picked up another Arrow title.
Shill. A person paid to endorse a product favorably while pretending to be impartial.
Cobra on 4K. So this is the limited edition as well. Also, slim profile. Thank you, Arrow. I really appreciate that. I think that they're hearing the customers, and they're scaling back on the big boxes, and I like that because this has all the bells and whistles in it and the low profile. Cobra, 1980 Stallone vehicle, cult classic, and newly released from Arrow in a major restoration. Now, what I was talking about before with Warner Brothers Blu-rays having that kind of layer of, you know, glaze, like that, like white haze over it, this takes all of that away. From the moment you pop this in, you are amazed by how great it looks, how much of an upgrade. The movie's pretty damn good. It's, you know, there's a whole story about it you can look up online about how it, you know, had problems with production. There were a lot of things that weren't filmed, a lot of things that were cut out, et cetera, et cetera. So it could have been a much better film. It's still a fine film as it is. It's still a great action vehicle for Stallone. He still chews up the scenery. It's really cool. It's really 80s. I had fun watching it because I hadn't seen it in a long time. But this, I kind of want to watch it again just because this looks so much better than the silly Blu-ray I watched it on, the Warner Blu-ray. Not the Shout Factory. Sorry, Shout. I'm not talking about you. Arrow knocked it out of the park. This is phenomenal release. $24.99 during the Arrow sale at Barnes & Noble. Worth every penny. Amazing restoration. Pick it up. Next up, the price was right on eBay, so I picked this up on 4K. Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is a neat little comic book film I saw a few years ago, and I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember it being fun, zany, colorful, and when you find out there is a 4K in existence, my brain says you have to get that. Why bother buying a Blu-ray? This is another one I also did an A-B comparison on. The 4K leaps and bounds over that Blu-ray. I almost bought the Blu-ray of this just because finding this was just a little harder than I would have liked it. So Kick-Ass on 4K does look a lot better than the Blu-ray, but because Blu-ray might be all you can get, I'd say pick that up, but you're gonna find this for a higher price through the secondary market online. I don't know why a lot of these old Lionsgate titles on 4K are starting to go out of print. Really not enjoying that, so I guess I could say get them while they're hot. But you know, I said that about Warner, and you know, now look, Arrow is releasing most of Warner's catalog now, so hey, you can't be right all the time, but I am right when I say the 4K looks better than the Blu-ray on this. So if you can get the 4K, definitely worth picking up. Next up, I got a couple of titles I picked up from Amazon because I had a gift card, so yeah. Darkman on 4K from Shout Factory. So I had the Blu-ray of Darkman, I've had the DVD, I've had it all the way back to the VHS of this. I've loved this movie since I was about 10 years old and it came out. Great, fantastic movie from Sam Raimi. Basically, Liam Neeson plays a scientist who gets involved with the wrong people inadvertently, and they end up destroying his lab, leaving him for dead. And he kind of becomes this quote-unquote superhero. And because he can create masks and look like other people, but only in the dark and only in the light for about an hour. So it kind of, you know, his face starts bubbling if he stays out too long, and, you know, the mask he's wearing kind of goes away. But it's him trying to just avenge his death and, you know, protect his girlfriend who thinks he's dead. I'm not explaining this in the best way, but this movie is fantastic. It's a great little movie from the early 90s. Sam Raimi at like the peak of his powers, in my opinion. A big budget movie through Universal that had a whole bunch of marketing, and I remember all of this from when it was happening back in the 90s. And hey, I used to get up and get ready for school and put this on. I love this movie with all my heart. The Shout Factory 4K blows the Blu-ray that they did out of the water.
Gonna blow your mind, man.
It looks leaps and bounds better than that. I did A-B comparison again, and man, whew, I thought I was going to be content with that Blu-ray. But after reading so much online about how good this was, I had to see it for myself, and Amazon gift card came at the right time. So thank you, Shout Factory, for releasing Darkman on 4K. Looks amazing, sounds amazing. It just, definitive edition right here, guys. Pick it up. Also picked up from that Amazon gift card, the Blu-ray of Over the Edge from Shout Factory. So this is a neat little film that I had not seen until recently, and it's basically a youth gone wild kind of film. And it's one of those where I kind of can't believe the stuff they got away with like showing in this movie, because it's kids just doing insane stuff and kind of, you know, revolting against the town that's kind of trying to like push them out. Matt Dillon's in this in, I think, his first movie or just one of his first movie roles. Really, really good little movie from the 70s here that I only seen once, but I really plan on watching it again. Hey, it was $20 with a gift card, so price was right for sure. Haven't had a chance to check it out. I really want to though, because I don't want to just like look at the quality because there's nothing to compare it to because they haven't released a 4K yet. I'm sure they will. No, that's not confirmation that they're doing one. I'm just saying they've only released a Blu-ray, so that's all there is. This is through their Shout Select series, as you can see. Again, it's not a film that screams 4K, but if one were available, I would have waited for that to go low. But because this is all there is, this is fine too. So, hey, why not? All right, next up, I have a I can't believe I got this find, and that is The Void on Blu-ray. So this is something that was released in America, and that Blu-ray is very, very out of print, very, very hard to find. Starts at, I think, $80 on eBay. This is the international version that's also Region A. It will play in your Region A American Blu-ray players. It's also out of print and hard to find with a similar price tag. However, some seller on eBay, I think it's a store, and they don't have the best reviews, put up a listing for this for $9 with a stock photo.
Serious?
So all sorts of red flags there, but hummed and hawed over it over a day, and I figured it's $9. What's the worst that can happen if I get screwed out of $9 and I never get this, or it comes and it's damaged? It came perfectly.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Good one. I'm really glad to get this. I'm just astonished that it came in one piece. It's fine, it plays fine, and it looks fine. If you don't know about The Void, it's basically a modern horror film that really harkens back to the style of the 80s. It takes place mostly in a hospital over one night. A cult is trying to get into the hospital, and that's kind of all I'm gonna say. That's kind of all I remember, really, because it's been a long time since I've seen this, but it's a really great modern horror film with 80s vibes. Now that I have it, I'm really hoping to check this out soon because I really enjoyed it. And again, I'm just astonished that everything went smoothly and I was able to get this. So hats off to you, whoever you are. Really happy to get this one.
Statistically, you're more likely to die in a hospital than anywhere else.
Next up, we have a used pickup from Half Price Books. Nightbreed on 4K. Now, at the end of the day, this cost me $19, and I was really happy to get it because the old Shout Factory Blu-ray only had the unrated cut or the director's cut. It didn't have the theatrical cut, and it really pissed me off. This has all the cuts. 4K theatrical cut, Blu-ray theatrical cut, Blu-ray director's cut, and a Blu-ray bonus disc. No Cabal cut, but you know, whatever. Theatrical cut is really what I wanted here. And if that's all that I got, I would have been fine with that because that's what I saw growing up. That's what I'm used to. Hey, I'm fine. There's other ways to get the other cuts if I were so inclined. I've not had a chance to check out the quality of this, so I can't report on that, but I can say that just this having a theatrical cut alone, main selling point for me. So definitely worth picking up if you're looking for that. Nightbreed, neat little Clive Barker film from the 80s. The monsters are very unique, and you know, it's got David Cronenberg in it in an unforgettable role.
They're not pretty. They're not neighborly.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
They're not even human. But this time, they're the good guys.
And while it's not Hellraiser by any stretch, it's still a great 80s classic. I'm sure it looks amazing on 4K. Again, theatrical cut, worth it alone.
From the imagination of Clive Barker comes Nightbreed.
Next up, I have another out-of-print eBay title that I'm really glad to pick up for cheap. The Phantasm 5 movie collection on Blu-ray. So I know there's other versions of this, but this I remember seeing, it was like $13 a long time ago in stores, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared and was out of print and gone forever.
Gone forever.
Exactly. So I've been kind of holding out for someone to be selling this at a good price. Finally found one. This was really, really low. I don't think it was 13, but it was really, really low compared to what it goes for because it had some, the case was broken on the bottom here, and part of the hub on the inside of this was a little broken as well. But honestly, that's something I can fix.
I can fix it.
Phantasm is a great little series from the 80s that I never really grew up with, but a lot of other people I know did. So people have been telling me my whole lives to go and see these movies, and I'm finally catching up, and now I can rewatch all 5 of them again with this collection here. So Really glad to pick it up for cheap. I'm sure they're going to announce a 4K of this any day soon, but honestly, that's fine. I'll wait. You noticing the theme here? Next up is my last pickup from the 50% off Barnes & Noble Arrow sale for the month, and that is The Cell on 4K. So The Cell is something I saw back in the early 2000s when it came out. I think it was 2000, actually. It was like Silence of the Lambs, but with some flair to it. And, you know, starring J-Lo and Vincent D'Onofrio, who's a very reliable actor, great in everything he does. It really is kind of like a Silence of the Lambs clone, but like, it's just got so much style dripping from it that like you just can't deny, you know, like the story shortcomings you kind of push aside because visually it's so striking, it's so interesting, and hey, it's a hell of a trip. A lot of people online saying this isn't a worthy upgrade of a 4K. I have to disagree. I think it looks leaps and bounds over that old Warner Blu-ray, which again, in comparison, back and forth, does look a little dull. I wouldn't say it has a washed out feel like a lot of the other Warner Blu-rays I was talking about earlier, but it does look a little bit less detailed. And a film like this, you definitely want all the detail you can get. There is a little mess up with editing in the middle of the film. If you're not familiar with the film, probably not going to notice it, but those of us who do noticed, and a bunch of people complained, so Arrow did a disc replacement program, so thank you, Arrow. That was pretty great of you. If you want to check if you have the corrected version or not, there is a little V2 on the top of the disc near the end. I will show a picture here. That's the corrected edition. If you don't have that V2 on your disc, you're going to have to contact Arrow and get a replacement if you care about such things. If you notice the missing edit, I would say do the replacement now rather than later, because if you wait long enough, Arrow might not honor it. So try and get that in. The Cell, this is the limited edition. They have not done a standard edition for this yet, but again, small profile. Thank you, Arrow. Really appreciate that. Highly recommended at $25 during the Arrow half-off sale at Barnes & Noble, which I'll plug one more time. Definitely worth an upgrade. Definitely worth picking up. Highly recommended. Next up, I have a 4K title from Shout Factory that I never got on Blu-ray because I knew the 4K was there and wanted to wait for that. Motel Hell on 4K from Shout. Big leaps and bounds over the Blu-ray because they include the Blu-ray with this, and of course I did back-to-back. Looks and sounds amazing. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but if you have that old Blu-ray, it's definitely worth picking this up. I know it's not one of the cheaper Shout Factory 4Ks, but if you love it, it's worth it. A very sleazy 70s wait, well, it's 1980, it's basically 70s, but it's got that vibe. It's very sleazy. It's about a motel that, you know, the guests check in, but they don't check out kind of thing. The couple who own the motel kill their guests and keep them buried in the backyard. It's cheesy. It's campy. It's got Rory Calhoun in it from Angel. It's campy. It's sleazy. And I love the chainsaw sequence for obvious reasons. If you know what I'm talking about, I just think that imagery is just, it's kind of funny, but it's mostly frightful, even to me to this day.
Vincent?
And I know it's very simple, but it's very effective. I think this and Eaten Alive would make a really good double feature. And again, the 4K leaps and bounds over that old Blu-ray. Last but not least, we have a blind buy.
Good screaming, everybody!
And yes, this is a 90s film that I have never seen before, and I'm a little ashamed that I've never seen it. Jawbreaker on Blu-ray from Columbia TriStar. So this is something I found at Rasputin Music and Movies. It's $5.95, and I saw online that it goes for a lot more than that, so it's a little bit harder to find. for $6, I thought it was worth checking out. Ugh, Judy Greer. Ooh, Pam Grier. So yeah, I have not seen this. I don't know anything about it other than it involves a jawbreaker and these three women on the front. And it's a 90s cult classic. I know it's in the vein of films like Heathers and Mean Girls. So hey, with that premise, I'm on board. I just got to find the time to pop it in and give it a watch. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments below.
I heard she choked on a jawbreaker. That is so cool.
Are you Cornelia Shane?
Maybe. It's over, Courtney. I am petrified.
Jawbreaker.
Whew. So that wasn't nearly as bad as last month, but 22 titles. Wow. Thank you very much for watching this long, if you are still watching. I'll be here next month with another group of titles that I picked up. Hopefully not 22, hopefully a little less, because taking some trips, spending some money. Gonna be at LA Comic-Con at the end of September, and there is Amoeba Hollywood. And I do have a good amount of credit there. So there will be no shortage of titles to share and talk about with you guys. So with that said, don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe to the channel, ring the little bell for notifications, and keep those eyes red, baby. See ya.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore!
I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore!
I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it!
This is the old days, man, the bad days, the all or nothing days. They're back. There's no choices left. And I'm ready for war.
He won't, you know. He doesn't stand for baloney.
He's so complex. So suck on that!